Women don't always say things directly. It's usually small questions, simple, casual, easy to miss, you know, but there's meaning behind them, a little intention, a little curiosity. In this video, we're going to break down those questions, the ones that sound normal but actually aren't, so you can start seeing what's really going on without overthinking it. Number one, can you help me with something? This one can be really subtle, and if you're not paying attention, music, you might miss it completely. When she says, "Can you help me with something?" It's not always about the help itself. Sometimes it's something small, something she could easily figure out on her own, but she still comes to you. That's because the real point is the interaction. It gives her a natural reason to talk to you, spend a little time around you, and see how you respond. And while you're helping her, she's kind of observing you too. Your vibe, your patience, your energy. It's like a low pressure way for her to get closer without making it obvious. So, yeah, it may look music like a simple request on the surface, but underneath it's really just her finding a smooth way to connect with you a bit more. Number two, have you been working out? Gentlemen, I know this one comes off super casual, but there's actually a compliment hiding right inside it. When she says this, she's basically letting you know she's been paying attention to you, like she noticed a difference. Maybe it's your body, your style, your energy, something. Music. And instead of just saying, "You look good," she wraps it up in a question. It feels more natural, less direct, but the message, music, still lands. And the fact that she even picked up on that change says a lot because people don't usually notice those details unless they're already interested. So, music. It might sound like simple curiosity on the surface, but underneath it's music, her way of giving you a compliment, while also showing that you've been on her radar for a minute. Music. Third, what kind of girls are you into? Yeah, this is definitely one of those questions. You'll hear it and it might sound like just a random question, but there's usually more going on behind it. When she asks, "What kind of girls are you into?" She's not just being curious for no reason. She's quietly trying to see where she stands with you. Like as you're describing your type, she's mentally checking the boxes, seeing if she fits into that picture or not. And the way she reacts matters too, right? If you mention something, music that sounds like her, she might smile a little more, lean in, or keep the conversation going. So guys, music. This is her way of putting herself in the conversation without fully putting herself music out there, because saying, "Do you like me?" is risky, right? So this is a safer, more subtle way to get the same answer without making it obvious. 4, what do you usually do on weekends? I know this one, music sounds like normal small talk, right? But there's usually a little more behind it. When she asks music this question, she's not just trying to fill the silence or make conversation. She's actually trying to picture your life a bit, like what you're into, music, how you spend your time, and whether your world is something she can see herself being part of. As you're talking, she's kind of imagining, would I fit into that? Or would we even vibe outside of this moment? And depending on what you say, music, she might start dropping hints like, "Oh, that sounds fun," or "I've always wanted to try that just to keep the door open." It's her way of exploring the idea of you two spending time together without directly saying it, which honestly is, music, a pretty smooth move. Number 5, what are you doing later? I know you might have heard this one a lot and thought it's just normal conversation, right? But there's usually a little more to it. When she asks, "What are you doing later?" she's music, not just asking to pass time. She's kind of opening a door without fully stepping through it. It's like she's giving you the chance to include her in whatever you've got going on without directly saying, "Invite me." And the tone matters too. Sometimes it's said in a lighter, curious way, almost like she's hoping your plans aren't locked in yet. If you pick up on it, you can easily turn it into something like, "Nothing much, you should come through." And that's exactly the kind of response music she's leaving space for. So guys, it might sound simple, but it's actually a smooth way of testing if you're interested in spending more time together. 6, what do you do for fun? Women don't usually ask questions just to collect random facts about you. There's usually a bit more behind it. She's trying to get a feel for your vibe, music, like what kind of person you are when you're relaxed, what makes you happy, what your world looks like outside of work or responsibilities, right? And at the same music time, she's kind of listening for things she can connect with, stuff she might say, "Oh, I like that too," or "That sounds fun," just to keep the energy going. It also helps her imagine what spending time with you would actually be like. Because if your idea of fun lines up with hers, that's already a good sign. So, yeah, it sounds like a simple question, but really, she's low key trying to see if your lifestyle's music match and if there's something they're worth exploring. 7. What's your favorite food or restaurant? It sounds like the most random question, but there's usually a little plan behind it. When she asks, "What's your favorite food or restaurant?" Music. She's not just talking about food for no reason. She's low key trying to open the door to spending time together. Like, music, if you mention something interesting, she might say she likes it too, or that she's always wanted to try it. And now, suddenly, there's a reason for you two to go there together. It's an easy, natural way to move things music from just talking to actually meeting up without making it feel forced. Plus, food is something everyone connects over, so it keeps the vibe light and comfortable while still hinting at something more. So, yeah, it seems simple, but it's actually a smooth setup music for a future hangout. Number 8, who do you live with? This one sounds really casual at first, but there's usually a bit more going on behind it. When she asks, "Who do you live with?" It's not just about your living situation for no reason. She's kind of trying to piece together your life like, are you on your own? Do you have roommates? Or is there someone special in the picture? It's a smooth way music of finding out if you're single without directly asking the big question. And at the same time, music, it tells her how independent you are and what your day-to-day might look like. So guys, I know it music feels like small talk, but really she's gathering little clues to understand where you stand and whether there's space for her in your life. 9. You seem like you get a lot of attention, don't you? This one sounds like a light comment, but there's actually a bit more going on behind it. When she says this, she's not just making an observation for no reason. She's kind of testing the waters and seeing how you respond. Like, does she get confidence music from you? Do you brush it off? Or do you agree a little too easily? At the same time, she's also trying to figure out how other people see you, because if you do get attention, that says something about your presence, your vibe, or your social value. And honestly, the way you answer can change the whole tone of the conversation. So guys, I know it looks casual, music on the surface, but underneath, it's her way of checking both your confidence and how in demand you might be without asking it directly. Number 10. Are you more of a homebody or do you go out a lot? Women don't usually ask this just to make conversation. There's often a bit more meaning behind it, right? She's trying to get a feel for your lifestyle, like what your normal days look like, music, how social you are, and what kind of energy you bring outside of just this moment. Because at the end of the day, she's also thinking about compatibility without saying it directly. Like, if she's someone who enjoys going out and being active, she's quietly checking if you can match that or at least fit into it in some way. And if you're more music chill and stay in, she's still trying to picture how that would work with her too. It sounds like a simple question, but really it's her music way of figuring out if your lives naturally align and if there's space for her in your routine. So next time you hear one of these, don't brush it off. Pay attention to the vibe. You might be missing more than you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, music, and subscribe.